Yes, yeah, why I mix up Monday. Mix up Monday, me a fast in a people business. Watch out. Come on up here, Jerry. Make we chat. Come on up here.
You can't be you can't be yourself.
Jerry. I can't be myself. Baby, no get me nowhere.
Yo,
You
you,
so long me a beer.
no, hold on, let me look for the time. Maybe it past the bedtime, you know.
Yes, but Jerry, me come on from work. And me say me only get like say roughly 1 hour sleep.
Mm-mm.
I me get up so I always know for me stay up and get little things done and then say unstoppable. You go live later?
My commute not allowing me to go live like
Oh.
first time. You notice? I just uploads.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Very
Oh,
challenging, man. My commute to and from work, like hour and a half every day. That's just to go.
Jesus.
Yeah, so
That longer
I,
than the time where Jeff Bezos take to reach the moon.
so the time I beat me bad, you know. Yeah,
Oh
so
my.
but just have to just keep the content, flowing. Just keep
Eh,
flowing and thing, you know.
keep
Just
it
jump
going.
right now as you speak as me jump off me I go do one premiere and thing. Yeah, man.
Okay.
I'm a break time with upon right now, but big up yourself, man. Go and put in the work. Congratulations on your 500 subscribers.
Be so
Keep
rich of
it-
500. Be
No,
so rich
man.
of 500,
Come on.
JY.
It's
But me just
already. It's
me need to put
already
in
there.
some more work.
It's already there. Just talk
Yes.
into existence.
Talk it into
500.
existence. Yes, that's what I say.
Yes. We
You
are being
speak it into
positive.
existence and you put in the work, and you'll be surprised to know
Yeah, man. Big up,
you'll be
big up.
there
You
to
don't
reap the
know.
benefits.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. And your growth, your maturity.
Come
Yeah.
a
I
long way. God bless you and unstoppable.
me love, me love how, limit yourself,
Yes,
When you
come
get
a
the
long
thing,
way, brother.
you jump on. And me have one topic for you. Me have one topic. Me soon send it. Or yourself.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna talk about it.
No, man. Me just all send it and you just all, I want video. For me send it. You just all know what you do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, later. Big up yourself.
All right, my brother.
Teresa,
Take care.
Teresa.
Well, pack kisses for you, Teresa.
Yeah, man. Yo, me don't know how she do it. You know,
Me don't know what he there now. Teresa,
like
Teresa the best.
them security room where you have to monitor everybody.
Like he
I said,
have 600 monitors and he know when everybody. Teresa, you see them a talk about you. I'm good them a talk though. Good.
yeah, good. Yo, me love her, man. Big up yourself,
Uh,
Teresa. So me I go bust a shape on you then do my premiere then go back to work later.
okay, brother. All right. Thank you so much.
Alright, ciao.
All right. All right. Teresa. Teresa, how are you doing, my love? How are you doing? Welcome into the stream, guys. If it is your first time into the stream, don't forget to hit the like button. Share out the stream. Invite your friend and your friend and your friend and your friend's friends to come on in. To come on in and let us just have a conversation. Hold on, guys. I'm just on the light. And let's just have a conversation. Teresa, how has your day been? How has your day been, my dear Teresa? I see several people coming in, they're peeping in and peeping out. That is okay. Just come on in and let us have a conversation. You see, the topic is Mix Up Monday. Yeah, Mix Up Monday. So thank you, Teresa. Thank you. Oh my gosh, we are going to be having a conversation as usual. On a Monday, we have a conversation. So we're going to be talking about a very touchy topic that comes around quite often, I would say, wouldn't you? About, mixed. Oh, my day was good. You know, I came home from work this morning. I got home. It was like what? 10:30, 11, almost 11 o'clock. And I took me an hour sleep, about an hour and a half, somewhere around there. Woke up. I've been up ever since, trying to get, little things here done, little things there done, stuff like that. And then I decided, I have to come on my live. I have to come on my live this evening. I have to do it before Unstoppable starts, or then I would have to wait until after Unstoppable. But by the time Unstoppable finish, I'm probably going to be going to start walking all through my body. So this is somewhere I have to come from now because I'm still a little bit tired. But anyway, the work must go on. The work must go on regardless of how tired I am. I gotta do what I gotta do. Right there, yes, I gotta do what I gotta do. Welcome into the stream, guys. Let me see what is going on with all the other lovely and faithful travelers. I have not sent them the link. They will be very mad at me if I do not. So let me search here and find them and send it over into the group chat before they ask me what is going on, Trev, why you didn't send it over. All right, but we are here. We're going to be talking about, whether or not you would marry outside your race. Teresa, talk to me. What do you think of such a topic? Would you marry outside your race, Teresa? Anybody else who come in the chat, talk to me. Will you marry outside your race? I have my opinions where that is concerned, but it's not about me, guys. It's about you. It's about you all. So you tell me. If you want to call in, guys, you can always call in. You can always call in on the 910 number. Let's put it up there. Let's put it up there. So if you want to call in, you can. There it is. There we go. All right. So welcome into the stream, guys. Thank you so much for coming. If it is your first time on my channel, I want to say welcome and thank you for coming. And I also want you to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, you'll be first to get notified. And to all my returning travelers, I want to say thank you for your continued support. Now, let's get into the story. We are talking about interracial marriage. Would you marry outside your race? And I am waiting for my lovely travelers to start telling me whether or not they would marry outside their race. I have my opinions and I'm going to share my opinions with you, but I don't think I should share my opinions with you so early. It's very early in the chat. 10 minutes into the conversation, I can't share my opinion so soon. But, as we look around us, we see that interracial marriages are becoming more and more popular. Yes, all right. Teresa has an answer, right? But we know interracial marriages are becoming more and more popular. And it's not just black and white. It is, it is black and white. It is Asian and black, Asian and white. It is, yes, it is, it is rampant. Oh, all over. We see it all over. All right. I know some people are going to say, no, heck no. And some people are going to say, well, I don't mind. Some people will say, I don't mind seeing a couple, but I wouldn't be a part of that couple. People have differing opinions. And that is why life is so beautiful, guys. That is why life is so beautiful because of our differences. Differences in thoughts, differences in opinions, differences in color, hair texture, differences in origin, just so many differences that we have. And that is what makes life so interesting, and so beautiful, you know? So, so somebody just sent me a text. I looked at it and I have to just shake my head. That is what makes life so beautiful. It's because of our differences. That's why, we can always say, oh, we have a friend in Africa. We see what our friends in Africa eating. Right? When I'm on YouTube, I get to appreciate. I get to appreciate all my friends. I have friends on YouTube from Korea, from Africa, over in Europe. And so when I get to see what they cook and stuff like that, it's rather interesting, you know. So I realized that the world is not just us, guys. The world is not just you and your culture and what you like. There is a big, big world out there that has lots and lots and lots of different ideas and different foods, and different, just very different. You know what I mean? So very, very different. You know what I mean? Just sort of disturb my equilibrium right now. Okay. All right, Teresa say, I know a little bit about my race, so I will stay in my race. All right. All right. That's one opinion there. She says, I know a little bit about my race, so I will stay in my race. Well, that is understandable. There are lots of people who think like that. I know a little bit about my race. I know about my race. I will stay in my race. I am not going to go out into try to experience another race romantically. Lots of people will say that, but but Teresa, I mean, wouldn't you even try? I mean, you say for argument's sake you have to start a relationship, and the person who has shown you great interest, your suitor, is from another race, and he has fallen hard for you, and you feel like you are falling for him. Would you just say, all right, because he's of a different race, I'm not going to do it? Would you do that? Talk to me. Because, you know, I don't know. For me, I say love is love. I mean, the same way you can find genuine love from share. There's another of our faithful travelers in the house, as in Share. How are you doing, Sharon? How are you doing, my love? What's going on with you? Talk to me. You see the topic I'm talking about? It's so good to see you. It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Oh, Teresa say I have funeral to attend tomorrow morning. I'm preparing. Oh, I'm so sorry. My condolences, my dear. My condolences. Okay, so Sharon, you tell me, what's your opinion on this topic? What's your opinion on this topic? Would you marry outside your yard foods? Yard food. I love that introduction, yard food. Yard food says you're passing through the strainer, guys. That's a good one. That was a good one, yard food, wasn't it? That was a very good one. Yeah, it was a very good one. Oh my gosh. Yard food says she passed through the strainer, guys. If you are watching live the other day, when yard food says she just a pass through, I'm gonna say, oh, you pass through my life so like a street. So no, yard food says she pass through the strainer. All right, yard food, no problem. We appreciate you passing through the strainer. All right. Teresa says, I'm sticking to the evil that I know. How many other people feel the same way? Kenita says, why not? Sure. Hey, Kenita, how you doing, sugar? How you doing, my friend? All right, Kenita say, Lady M, Lady M, how you doing, Lady M? Oh my gosh, Lady M, how are you doing, my love? How is your day going? I always love your opinions, you know, you always cut it right to the chase. Oh my God. So Kenita says, I already give up on our black men altogether. Oh, I'm so sad. Kenita, you give up on them? Oh my. Lady M says, I'm from a mixed up family, so I can marry anyone. Okay. Kenita says, you have to change with the time. Okay, yes, I agree. You got to change with the time. But, you know, it's a long time that there has been interracial marriages going on. I mean, I hear people standing, you know, flat-footed and saying, hell no, I am not going to marry outside my race. But, you know, what exactly is your race? I mean, look at yourself in the mirror. Don't you think you are all mixed up? Do a genealogy test and you might find that you are mixed up. So, I mean, is it just because this is the race with which you identify now, so you are going to shun the possibility of finding love or romance in another race? Is that what that is? Is that what that is? I mean, as for me, let me see. Yard Food says, yes, I would marry someone out of my race from we can speak the same language. Okay, so Yard Food says from they can speak the same language, she will marry. So only the language would be the barrier for you, Yard Food. Only the language. Other than that, everything else is fine. Okay. All right. So Yard Food says as long as they speak the same language, it's just fine. All right. All right. Lady M says I'm blessed and doing well. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. We want everyone to be blessed. We want everyone to be doing well. We want everyone to be loved. I mean, and certainly sometimes you can find love outside of your own race. You can. You'll be surprised to know some people. Kenita says she already give up on black men altogether. Me not give up on them, but you know they are close. I'm close, but I haven't given up on them at all. Can't give up on them. So, I mean, Sharon says, Trev, I'm a Jane. When it comes to marry, it's a no-no. I will stay on my what? You sure? I'm a Jane. When it comes to marry, it's a no-no. I will stay on my Twist. You will stay on your what? Talk to me. Tell me what that says, because I'm not sure. Canita says, can you imagine telling your children they are not can you imagine telling your children they are not supposed to marry out of their race? You can't. That is true, Canida. Yes. Can you imagine telling your kids that you can't marry outside your race? I know of people who have been adamant to their children that, no, you can't marry outside your race. You can't come on up in here with somebody from a different race. And I just think that is just pure ignorance, if you ask me. I'm just saying, it's another human being, and if another human being can love you and treat you with respect, and you all can have great communication and a wonderful marriage, I think I would say go for it. Do not limit yourself to just what the eyes can see. To say, oh, I see his color. I see his color. So his color says he's white, so I'm not going to be with him. I see his color. His color says he's black. I look at him, he looks Asian. I'm not, we can't limit ourselves on our opportunities like that. And I understand why some people would say, no, heck no, I wouldn't. But I would hope that one day they will understand that it's the human race. It is men who have caused all this separation and drawn all these lines between the races. It is man who has done that. So I don't think that we all should go ahead and just ascribe to it and say, well, I'm not going to marry outside my race. Look at us, guys. We are all mixed up, We are mixed up. Oh, yes, we are all mixed up. Yard Food says, yes, because I don't want someone to tell me off, and I do not understand that they are telling me off. So we have to speak this. I just love Yard Food. Yard Food have a point, guys. So she doesn't want somebody to be telling her off, and she doesn't understand what the person is saying. So she wants somebody to speak the same language as her, so that she can understand what they're saying. So when them chip two, she can chip two back. Right, Yard Food? Kenny just says, as long as I'm treated with respect. And I agree with that. I do. Lady M said, my first husband was a Jamaican Indian, and my second was black, but no kids with him. Okay, see, there you go. There you go. There are, a vast majority of choices out there, guys. Don't limit yourself. I mean, I would marry again, that's for sure. That's off the books. That is off the books. Yeah. And if I ever change my mind, guys, you'll be the first to know. But for right now, as we speak right now, that is off the books. But I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to finding love. I mean, if it comes, person of a different race, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would not be opposed to it. Oh my word. Maxine, how are you doing? Maxine is in the house, guys. All right. Kenita says, madness. My daughter is dating out of her race, and she is quite happy for the past 4 years. There you go. There you go. As long as you can find happiness, you can find love, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, I would not say do not. And I wouldn't tell any of my children, do not marry outside your race. I think that would be quite ignorant and ridiculous of me to do. How you doing, Maxine? How you feeling? How are you feeling, my love? I know it's probably nighttime over there right now, right? Girl, I'm sleepy, falling asleep already because I didn't get any sleep today. But I said, let me come on now before I go to sleep. Go to get me some rest because I'm already woozy. I am already woozy. I had a hectic weekend and this morning I didn't leave work till late. And I haven't gotten much sleep yet. So therefore, I am exhausted. Exhausted. But life goes on. I said it's the evening. I must come on here before I crumble into my bed. Let me come on here and chat with you all a little bit because I didn't come on this morning. I came home so late and was so exhausted. And I still haven't slept more than maybe like an hour or so, but that's just what it is. Cher said, when you don't have a man, you are called a Jane. Oh, I never know that. So me, I did not know that, Sharon. When you don't have a man, you're called a Jane. Anybody else knew that? Because that's the first time hearing that. You know, so Sharon always come with a bunch of wisdom. Sharon said, when you don't have a man, you are called a Jane. I did not know that at all. But thank you for letting me know. Because I did not know that. Did not know that at all. So like me at Jane times two, when you don't have any woman, you are called Tarzan. Oh. You see, Sharon teaching me something there, guys. Did you all know when you don't have a man, they call you a Jane? So I must be a real Jane. So if you look up Jane in the if you look up Jane in the dictionary, you're gonna see my picture by it, huh? Oh my word. Sharon always coming with a bunch of wisdom. Kenita said her dad was upset, Trev, and my daughter asked him what example did he teach or show her. I'm still waiting for the man to answer this child. That was years ago. Oh my gosh. Oh, so the father is opposed to the daughter coming home with a man from a different race. Daddy is opposed to it. All right. But he can't answer the child to say what example did he set as a man, as a black man. What example did he set to make her would want to be with a black man? You know, I mean, honestly speaking, guys, I'm going to be very frank and very honest. I don't have a problem with our men. I just think too many of them were not. I don't want to say weren't raised right, because then it seems like I'm dropping it at the mother's feet, at the parents' feet. A lot of them just do not act right. And I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me. A lot of them just don't act right. I am not saying people of other races act right, because there are some downright people out there like who are like downright off the chain. Just do not act right. You get what I'm saying? They just don't act right. So I guess it is your pick of the draw. You know, it's almost like you all ever play grab bag. We black women better stop limiting ourselves. Yes, Kenida say, guys on here, Kenida, word to the wise is sufficient. Kenida says you all need to stop limiting yourselves and go out there and find a man of a different race. You tell them for me, Kenida, tell them to go out and find them a man of a different race. Maxine says, I'm tired, I'm in bed. Just see you come on, said, take a look. Oh, you in bed, girl? I would take my bed right now because I came home late. I told you, I came home late and I ain't sleep. But for a few, I slept less than an hour and a half. And I got up and said, let me come on here, spend a little time and then go back to my bed because I am exhausted. 3 grueling nights. I'm tired. I'm tired. Not even my mama could call me right now. I'm so exhausted. I even have a little frontal headache right now. Kenita says, move on. Black men is not waiting to love us. Only the desperate ones. You know, says, you know, it's kind of true, Kenita. It's kind of true, you know. I mean, a lot of them too, they just weren't taught how to love. And a lot of us women too are broken. We have to admit the truth, you know. Sometimes even when the truth hurts, we still have to admit it. A lot of us women are broken from past relationships with black men. So we sort of kind of writing them off. And so when you're broken by one, all the others look like a potential hammer to your glass. Yes, they're going to break you some more. So you don't feel like you want to engage with them. You don't feel like, you know. For me, I find whether it be black, white, wherever, whichever, whoever, when a man is a little bit on the aggressive side, I don't know why some of them be acting so angry. I just I just can't. I don't know about you all, but I just can't. You know, once they start being angry and you no. And as a victim of domestic violence before, you start acting like that, I'm done with you. I am done. Done. Me not going no further because I don't want anybody to be railing up and acting all mad at me, like me drive the fear into me that you might hit me, like you might hurt me. You know, not doing it. Yard for a girl, I have two boys, and I always tell them, never you marry someone who worse than you. That's all. Okay, so this is what Yard Food says to her sons, guys. Never you marry somebody worse than you. The end. Yard Food. Oh my God, I love you. You're so funny. Oh boy, you are so funny, Yard Foods. All right, Kenita says, never heard that before. Look like that came in after some comment before. Lady Margaret, some of them were not that is the truth. Nisha! How you doing? Nisha, you know, I started to send you a text a little while ago. I'm in a bother. But me and you have to talk because we need to talk about how me do that thing. You remember the thing you were telling me about? That's what I was gonna send you in the text. I must have art when we done the live. My way text Nisha and ask her. But we're going to talk about it. All right? Because I need your help. I'm not afraid to ask for help, you know. I'm not afraid to ask for help. And Lady MC, a lot of these men were not raised with love. And that is so true. A lot of them were not raised with love. They were not raised with love. Not raised with love at all. So it's kind of hard for them to show love. Kuya, guys, what am I live? Watch ya. Live cut off. Watch ya. Why my live cut off, guys? What y'all did? What did y'all do? My live went blank. Oh, lady. Hello.
Well, hello, my dear.
How are you doing, my love? How are you doing?
I am blessed and highly favored.
That's what I like to hear.
Short time with you.
That's not enough.
I'm doing good.
I'm so happy to hear you.
Yes, I have less than 5 minutes with you, but I just have to let you know this. When I said I'm mixed up. My maternal grandmother was Indian.
Okay.
And my paternal grandmother was also mixed. and they're all mixed with black and white and everything else. But I am black. But the thing is, I married an Indian man, had 2 beautiful children,
Okay.
and no problem there. But when I married my black husband, he said one thing to me. He said, you know, it's a good, because by that time I couldn't have any children. I had to have surgery, so
Mhm.
I wasn't in that place. So he said to me, it's a good thing you can't have any kids. And I said, why? He said, because I said to him, why? If my child came out with, you know, mixed hair, what would you say? He said, I would think you were cheating. I said, thank God I couldn't have any kids for you. I don't want to be put through that.
Oh my. Oh my.
So you see, the thing is, sometimes men are not as educated.
And that's what I was gonna say.
That the women are,
Yes.
you know, in the genetics department.
Exactly.
So, you know, they say foolish things, you know, and it's up to us to educate them.
Oh yeah, and that's a whole another genre of responsibilities for a woman to be educating a grown man. Yeah,
But
yes.
you must remember,
Mhm.
most of these older women didn't do so much in the sociology and in that department where they talk about sex and stuff like that, you know,
Mhm.
and the genealogy of your race and everything. They didn't do that. So the kids don't realize that, okay, it could be 2 black parents, but you come out with a white child because it's coming down from
Their
way
recessive
back
genes.
when,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
And they can't handle that. The men cannot handle that.
Well, you
So
see,
this cause a problem.
not to cut you, Lady M, but you see, the good thing nowadays is that there's technology, so they can always do a DNA test and verify. I can imagine. I can imagine if this had happened. I'm sure it must have happened in days gone by when we didn't have DNA tests, and I cannot imagine the misery that those people had been put through, not knowing, you know, how this child come out so light, how this child come out like this. This is not my child. You cheated on me, etc., etc. But now we can rectify all of that.
That is true. And I don't think way back when people cheated as much as people now anyway.
You don't think so?
No, I think they were too busy trying to make 2 pennies to do all of that. They were more faithful.
You think so?
Yeah, I think in my grandmother's time, yeah, they were more faithful.
No, so I don't think so. And then we get it from. You don't agree with me, guys? We got it from our grandparents and parents and beyond and beyond. Yes, I don't think this generation cheats more. I just think it's more out there. Them used to do it. They used to hide and lick, man.
Okay. Anyway, my dear, blessings to you and everybody else. Big up yourself, Teresa, Yard Foods, and all of you. I gotta run.
Thank you so much, Lady M. I appreciate your input. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, darling. Take care.
You too, my love. Have a fantastic evening.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, guys, so that was the great Lady M right there giving us her opinion on the topic. I know a lot of us are mixed up. I speak for me. I am mixed up. You know, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, and my paternal grandmother are like straight off the plantation. My paternal grandmother had my dad with a man she said was Oriental. She said he was Chinese. Hence the lightening of my complexion, and some people says my eyes look a little chinky. I don't see it, but you know, I've shown you pictures of my dad before, and my dad looks, yeah, he looks mixed. You can see that he's mixed, and he looks Oriental. So I mean, I would be the last person to say I would not marry out my race. It would have to be a personal choice, but it wouldn't be anything against any other race. So let me get back in the chat, guys, and see who else is in here. Want to say something, guys, before me come up, because y'all know exhausted, me tired. All right, Maxine say, listen, man is man, don't matter what color the race. I agree. Alex in the house. Alex, how you doing? How you doing? All right, somebody else is calling in. Hello. Caller, you got to turn down the stream in the back. Turn down the stream. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Not much. I'm doing great. How you doing over there?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Good. I'm great. I love the topic. I love the topic.
You do? Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh yeah. You know, as the caller just said,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but for me personally, I don't believe in mixed race. You know, I know maybe in my genes I might have a little mixed race, but for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in mixed race. I believe I should stick to my own kind. You know?
Well on the caller. Well on the come in and want miss me thought. Yes, you hear people say they want to stick to their own kind.
Yeah.
Me don't know. After we are an animal. I mean, like, no, when people say more stick to my own kind, it's like, you know, the bovines to the bovines and the canines to the canines, that sort of thing.
Don't get it twisted.
All right, let me not get it twisted. Call us, I'm not forget it twisted, guys.
This is what I'm saying. You see, if you notice, you see the Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
Chinese, most of Chinese, 80 to 90% of Chinese, they don't go outside of the race.
Okay. So what kind of example is that setting for you then? Because you are saying that you don't.
Right. Listen. I'm a Malcolm guy. I like Malcolm's philosophy. I like Omar Johnson's philosophy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you do a research on those guys, you see where they stand for, and I stand for the same thing. And so what I'm saying is that for me, you go marry outside my race. For me, I think it's a betrayal. I will betray my race, my black woman.
Oh.
Walking down the street with somebody beside me, I don't look like me. For me, I betray my race. That's my opinion.
Okay.
My children must look like me. They mustn't confuse.
So you think if they mix, they're confused?
Most of them, you're gonna tell them, oh, you're mixed. Oh, half of you is white, half of you is black. No, I'm not into that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. You understand? And you see, that's the reason why most black men, when they get successful, they marry outside their race. You don't see them with a black woman beside them. You see them with a white woman. Look at those basketball players.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those guys. Most of them, Kobe, all of those guys, they married to a white woman. I don't know why. But there's a lot of beautiful black women I can find out if you get married. I can fall in love with a nice black woman. I know that this is my African princess. I can't lie with a woman beside me, knowing she contributes to my downfall in terms of slavery and all of that. I can't do that.
But it's not her. It's like the.
She inherits all that legacy. Because she's a part of that. It's like a gene. Do you believe in genes? You just talk about genes. You see, that's the same thing in the fabric. She wanted to do better, but it's in the DNA. At the end of the day, who you think she's loyal to, you or her race? Most white women, we black men, for one reason, Not because they love us and they are loyal to us. No, that's not the reason. It's what they can get from us. It's how we can make them feel.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I said, what? Yeah. That's one of the reasons why a lot of white women want to date black men. Not because they love us. They don't love us. They're not loyal to us. They're loyal to their own race.
Okay.
And yeah. So for me, I can't do that. I can't do it. I feel guilty.
Okay, you would feel guilty.
I couldn't do that. And when I look in the mirror, I want to wake up with somebody looking like me.
Okay. I understand. I perfectly understand. That's why I say I welcome differing opinions. Everybody has different opinions about the topic, and I'm not going to bash anybody's opinion, and I'm going to endorse only my own. But I hear you, caller. I hear you perfectly well. And it is true that a lot of our successful black men choose to marry white women or women of other races. Whatever it is that attraction, I don't know, because there are indeed successful, beautiful black women out there. But again, it is a personal choice. I don't think it is loyalty to any philosophy or the other. I think it is a personal choice.
It's a personal choice, but for me, it's loyalty to my own. Because if you look,
you're breaking up.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, for me, it's loyalty.
Okay.
Because if you check it out, most black women, they are higher rate to get divorced, end up single, than a white woman. A black woman.
Why is that so? Why is that so?
I don't know, but why should I add to that?
Because most black women who are single, they are single from what black men have done to them.
Yeah, but you know what? Regardless, we have our issue. We can work our issue out. You think the white woman is the better one? You think you can work that issue out with her, and you can work it out with your black interest?
You would think that it would be easier to work it out with a black woman than it is to work it out with a white woman?
It's not about that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a black woman can understand when I can relate to a black woman. She know where I'm coming from. You think a white woman can know where I'm coming from? Or you're gonna relate to me when you never have my experience? You think you're gonna understand my pain? You think you're gonna understand my frustration? When I wake up in the middle of the night and going through some stuff, you think you're gonna understand?
Why? She's human. Why wouldn't she understand?
Because she's from a different background. She's from a different culture. She don't understand my pain. She don't understand my struggle.
So let me understand this. Is it that black people are still locked into the mentality that they still have a struggle that has come off from slavery?
Not just a struggle.
Is that what you're saying? That because you weren't enslaved, so would you say that you get nightmares of slavery, that you would wake up in the night and
so not because me physically never get enslaved. It passed down through my generation. It passed down.
So you say the trauma is inherited. So you inherited the trauma of slavery. I know we inherited it economically. We inherited it economically, that's for sure. And socially too.
Mental too.
But okay.
Listen, because let me explain. You see, our parents raise us based on our parents. Based on their parents' experience. And their parents raise them based on their parents' experience.
Right.
It trickles down, and we affected by it in some shape or form.
That is true.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So when I'm going through what I'm going through, a person ain't gonna understand what I'm going through. A lot of these white people, they grew up, some of them in a middle class, so they don't know what struggle is all about. I'm from the islands, so you know the struggle we go through,
Mm-hmm.
On the island. These people don't understand that. These people never never go to school, without shoes. They don't understand that.
But you understand that they're not to cut you, but you understand that if we are going to draw the poverty lines, we know that there are also some people of other races who have. But talk about people not going to school with shoes.
We don't talk about the struggles. We don't talk about the struggles. They won't understand the struggles. Yes, and they won't understand me. When I talk to a white man, they will never understand me. You're breaking up.
I'm breaking up. Okay, well, I'm saying that a woman or a man who wants to marry somebody who loves them, somebody who respects them, should not be hindered just because of the race. That's my view. That's my view. But we share differing views, and that's what makes life so interesting. So I'm not going to shut down your view. You say you feel that it would be a betrayal for you as a black man to marry outside your race. But even though you understand too that a lot of us women who are black, we are mixed too, So the possibility of you ending up with a child that might look, might get some of the recessive genes and end up looking like the people that you don't want to marry. You know that that's a possibility, right?
No, listen. Don't get, hang on. One second.
1 second.
Hang on, one second. You see, we don't have any control of our genes.
Right.
Two black people can bring forth almost like a dundus.
You know, long minute hear that word.
Yeah. Yes. So we ain't gonna get into all of that.
Right.
Two black people cannot have any color, baby. Yes, sir. That's not the point. I want somebody beside me looking just like me.
Okay. I get your point, Carla. I get your point perfectly clear. And if that is your view, that is your view. We are not here to shoot down anybody else's view because everybody has their own opinions and everybody's opinion matters. All right. So we get your point. We understand. All right, guys, that caller there says he will not. He's adamant. He says he will not. He would not. He could not. All right. So while we are at it, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much for contributing to the show tonight. All right. He says, no, sir. He said, I'm not doing it. It's got to be a black sister. He not doing it. All right. If you were calling me, go ahead and call me back, sister. Call me back now that caller has hung up. All right. Thank you, caller, for that. Nita says, Trev, everyone is hurt at some point in life, but to take it out on me like me are your problem. No. Time to run. I'm always running. Me and you going to be at the next Olympics in a Kenita. I will always a run. Always a run. Nobody can run like we. Right, Kenita. Maxine say, I'm in a sleep and me look so fresh. I just blessings in a Maxine. Blessing, but I train know me tired. I'm there, you're right, and I'm head a wooz. Like, me tired, man. The weekend wasn't pretty. Hectic. I'm left work late this morning. I'm in a sleep well yet. Nisha said, I would date outside my race. All right. There is Nisha, the open-minded Nisha. Nisha said she would date outside her race. All right. We would. Nisha, what you doing? Call me now. All right, differing opinions. Nisha says she would date outside her race. Lots of other people here say they would date outside their race. The lovely Island Chick is in the house. Welcome, Island Chick. How are you doing, my love? How are you doing? So good to see you. So good to see you, my love. Let me see who else is in the chat. I look like the chat run were gone, left me now, guys. The chat run were gone, leave me. Can you just say, Lady M, them no know how love on the white women. Them know how love on the white women, but not us. You know, say it's true though, Kenita. It's true, you know. You will see a man with a white woman and he will treat her like a princess. Take care of her, fly can blow upon her. And the next thing you know, if him there with a black woman, him treat her like trash. Him treat her bad. That is the truth. That is true. Yes, we see it. We see it. And I see a lot of people say white women only come to marry successful black men because they want their money, because they think that the money, no black woman no deserve it. It is they are more deserving of the money where them say the black man make. I'm just repeating after people, you know. I mean, we see it in society where successful black men choose a white woman to be on their arms. Frankly, I don't care. If that's what float their boat, make it float their boat, you know. All right, we have another caller here on the line. Let me see what we have going on here. Hello.
Trev, how are you doing? It's Shaynan.
How are you doing, my love? How are you?
Okay, so you know what? I understand your caller's his opinion, and I'm not gonna say I disagree, but I also could look at it. I also look at it that now time has changed, and a lot of people from different race, they're looking into things, and a lot of them know that a lot of things that happened to black people was wrong. Wrong, okay? So right now, if you notice, there are white men that's checking out black women. But I find that say with us black women, we are more putting that resistant.
Okay.
And I look at it and I said that for us as black women, we need to come out of that now, because guess what? When our black men become successful, whether they're educated, whether they have the finances going for them or not, we are like the last one they're looking at. In most likely cases, they're going to go for a woman of different culture. Whatever they're looking for, they're going out there for someone totally different, not us. So I'm like looking at myself, and even for my daughter, and I said, why would I want to sit down and waiting for that black man? We have to move on, because so many of us, Trev, so many of us are going to be single. Unwed, we are like baby mothers or single mothers. While a lot of our black men, okay, we say they're hurt because they weren't being brought up properly. Look, we all hurt. But when you come in, you grow up, you're 40 years old, you're 30 years old, you're still dwelling on the past. Okay, you get your opportunity in North America, right? And you see how things are going, and you try not to change. You still stick back into the past. You have one black man fathering like 9 kids. How you expect to make it? How do we expect? Okay, where do you see an Asian man having 9 kids, have 4 baby mothers? I'm not saying that black men are not good. A lot of them are good, but there's not enough for all the black women that are out there. And that's why a lot of us are now becoming side piece, and we start taking that as normal behavior.
You're listening, guys? You are listening?
Branch out. Move on. You know what my daughter looked at her dad and said? What example did you teach me? I don't want to be another baby mother.
Oh, okay.
And all I look at her dad and I said, say something to your daughter. Say something. And he didn't have anything to say. And I said to my daughter, I said, look, you may not be a baby mother, but you just have to wait for that black man. And she said, I don't have no time waiting for them. And she said, I have my boyfriend here and I don't have to do no changes for him. She said, too many black women, she said, have to do so much changes. They have to come up looking 100% all the time. She said, Mom, I don't have to look 100% every time I walk out with him. He takes me and accepts me exactly how I am. What do I say to my daughter?
Love is love. That's what I say.
We go through too much. We are doing too much excess things to capture our black man. And it doesn't matter how much we do, it still doesn't hold them. We will work the 2 jobs. We'll bring in all the bacon and they still find a reason to go and cheat on us while we are coming in with most of the finances.
Yes.
What more can you give?
Yes, that is true.
They want you to cook the ital food. They want you to wash, iron them clothes and do all of the good stuff as a woman ought to do. And then you're telling me that say you have 2 extra pitney out there. How you get them the 2, darling? Come on, please help me out. My heart. How you get the energy for go get them to 2? Oh, I see. That's when I'm there busting my ass while he go out there go spread him wings. Oh no, darling, it don't work like that. No, do I want to see that for my daughter? No. Would I want to repeat that again, Trev? Absolutely not. So when you come with this topic, I find it's a very important topic that a lot of us women, especially black women, needs to see and realize and tap into and see how are we going to move forward? How are we going to educate our next generation coming up? I totally understand what that gentleman was saying. That white woman or maybe that Asian woman may not understand what he's feeling, especially if you walk into a movie and you're dealing with movies that have, like racist.
Like some racist undertones in it.
Yes, exactly. It kind of just like, how do you go home and talk about this? You can't really talk too deep into this because this person, you have to try to educate them or to say, baby, this is how I feel. But you know what? Time is changing. A lot of them are becoming receptive. They are willing to hear it. They're open. Just find that one. To me, at least, let us black women have that opportunity now. Just like how the black men them go out there and spread their wings to any culture. Look, we need to cut it out. We need to go spread our wing too.
And stop sitting down waiting for them, right?
Stop waiting for them. Stop waiting. There's no more waiting. Waiting is over and done with. Move on.
And when they go out there and it doesn't work out, you see them crawl back.
Baby mother. I hear that gentleman talking about say another race will know your pain. Let me tell you something. That's why internet and book is here. Educate yourself. If I'm with an Asian man and I know where I want to go and educate myself to know about his culture. All those little things. I may not know he speak his language, absolutely not. But guess what? I want to know, his culture, his background. Go educate yourself.
Yes, because you're not gonna just take up somebody's son and know anything about them. You're gonna know something about their culture.
Go educate yourself.
You have to learn something about them. It's not.
That's the price. That's the price that we have to pay now. You're stepping out, go educate yourself. You don't just sit down there and just be lazy-minded. Come on now, get real. You have to evolve.
Yeah, I know some people are stuck.
You need to evolve. And I think that would be better for us as black women, especially us as black women. A lot of black men, they get hurt. I totally understand. They're hurt till they they don't even know how to speak, Trev, about their
Mhm.
pain.
Mhm.
But then I'm saying, how much of us black women need to be feeling the blunt of their pain when you meet them?
Yes, we get the we
How
get
much
it.
we get slap in our face,
Mhm.
left, right, and center. How much slap? How much slaps do I need to take? What am I getting out of it? I meet you and you're broken. But you're broken and you're reserved, you shelter, you come out and you start acting like you're this and that. Yo, I want to know your pain. Tell me about your pain. What have you been through? I'm sharing to you what I've been through. So let me see how we can help each other and move forward. But a lot of them, they don't come like that. They come hardcore. But when they're ready to stab you, they stab you good and proper.
Oh, yes.
And then when they stab you so good and just drop you, bluff, and they're gone. Next victim, come on,
Next
Trev.
victim.
We need to. I have to speak for myself, and I have to be an example to my own children. That's my goal, is to be an example. I already felt the blunt with black men. I'm not saying they're all messed up. I'm not saying they're all crazy. They're all a mess. I just have not met the good one.
Me and you.
I have not. Okay? And I can admit that. And you know what? Within that pain that I felt through my few bad relationship, I go and I get counseling. I go get to heal myself. So now, because I did all that work, Trevor, why am I going to deal with somebody and see that he's broken and he's not willing to go do nothing for himself to heal? But he's going to come and inflict more pain on me, and I'm going to be all over in pain again. It's like, no, I'm going to run. I see the pain coming, and I said, you know what, darling, it was nice meeting you. Goodbye. Am I a bad black woman?
No, but you have to stand up for yourself.
Yeah, I'm protecting myself.
Yes, you have to stand up and protect yourself.
Okay, so thank you very much.
I appreciate that. That was a mouthful, and I'm sure the callers the viewers here will appreciate all that you had to say, my friend. I appreciated that so much. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution.
Anytime, but continue with your great topics, okay?
Thank you so much, my love. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, have a good one. All right, guys, so you hear that caller say there, you know, we are not their mothers. And of course, yes, we have to be willing to step out, branch out. I mean, stop leaving ourselves in a box. A lot of black men are broken. A lot of black men are hurt. They have a lot of issues they are coming to the table with. I'm not saying people from other races aren't coming to the table with issues, but I'm talking about my people. And a lot of my people come from homes that was wrought with domestic violence, wrought with poverty, maybe a parent incarcerated. You know, a lot of them have had to fend for themselves since they were very, very young. A lot of them are traumatized. Yeah, it sounds like I hear something like moving behind the fridge. It scares me, like I hear something moving. But anyway, yeah, so a lot of these men are broken. They have issues they are dealing with, and when they cannot handle their frustration, they take it out on the closest person to them, which is usually the woman, the black woman. They take it out on them, and you'd be surprised to know that some of them would be with a woman of a different culture, and they treat her totally differently, because it's like, we are supposed to understand their pain. We are supposed to deal with it. But when it comes to them being able to act mature about how they feel and what they're going through, they think that maturity belongs to somebody of a different race. So they will be with somebody of a different race, and that person said, oh, I've never heard him yell. He never yells at me. He never, no. We always sit and have a conversation. Why is that so? Because he don't want to lose her, but he don't mind losing me. He don't want to bruise her, but he don't mind bruising me because I'm supposed to be stronger and I'm supposed to deal with the pain. But oh no, he has to handle her with a kind of special glove. She shouldn't get hurt. I mean, we see it all the time. Let me see what else is going on in the chat before the chat run away and leave me again. Kenita says this generation has cheating as a normal behavior. Yes, people are normalizing cheating like it is something to be celebrated. You know, they cheat and they are side pieces, and it's like they want to have fun with it. It is unbelievable. I agree with you. I agree with you. Yard Food says, Unstoppable, take any risk you get. No, because the good man, they... Guys, y'all hear what Yard Food say? Yard Food say I must take any man me get because the good man them finish. Lord Yard Foods. Well, the good man them finish, but me not finish. So me, I'll take myself. Alan Chick says, as long as it's a good person. Well, that's a good idea. As long as it's a good person. Yard Food, you're not easy, you know. You are not easy. All right, let me see what. Why is this stuck? Okay. Okay, let me see what Kenita says here. What kind is that? We are like dogs. You have to crossbreed sometime. Oh, Kenita, that's a good one. Kenita says we have to crossbreed. Yes, I kind of get a little bit leery when I hear people say they have to stick to their kind. That's why I said, you know, when we talk about kind, it seems to me it sounds sort of animalistic to me. You know, you have to stick to your kind. Is your kind your bovine kind? Is it, you know, your canine kind? What kind? You know, I think human is a humankind. It's the human race. So I mean, pick a human and treat her right. Pick a human, treat her right, treat her with respect, love her. And the same thing for the women. Pick you a man. If he's not right for you, don't be afraid to run. And if you don't know how to run, call me. I will tell you how to run. Call Kenita. She will tell you how to run. Yes, because we not just run remote. We run like belly. Yes, you know, guys, I always like take serious things, make joke. But anyway, especially the fact that my item are shut down. But anyway, guys, let me see what Alan Chick says. Alan Chick says race doesn't matter as long as he treats me well. All right. Alan Chick is another open person. Maxine says, I don't mix mine, but I cannot stop my children. Okay. So there is Maxine. Maxine is saying for her, she don't want to mix, but she cannot stop her children. If the children want to date outside their race, then it is up to them. The wonderful Crackers is in the house. Crackers, are you just sneaking? So I'm not saying nothing. Let me see, say you're there. All right. Crackers says she have to can cook. All right, guys, you hear Crackers? Crackers says she have to can cook. One, she can cook in the mind. But Crackers, cook what? Because what if she cook for her own kind of food? From her culture, and you not like that the food, and you not eat that the food. You don't have to go teach her how to cook. How to cook in your kind of food where you eat. You're going to have to teach her to cook. Guys, forgive me while I'm talking. I'm sipping my little... Y'all know what kind of tea I'm sipping, right? I'm look a pear seed tea. All right. Kenita says, Carla, that was back then. Oh, as long as I miss the chat. Black men go for it. Go with white women and leave us as their baby mother. That is the truth. That is the truth. We get left behind as the baby mama. Yes. And then you see they go marry somebody else of a different race and they treat that person well. But that is on them. That is on them. Yard flex, what happened? All right, Yardflex say he will marry any race. All right, Yardflex, enough of them out there. Enough of them out there. Check out Instagram. Check them out on Instagram. Yardflex say you are want to marry to Lord Yard Fruit. You see, you just mash up the conversation. All right, I'm right on my inside right here, so it hurt me. Nobody make it hurt me no more. It hurt me because me not get no sleep. That's why. My inside right here, so pain in me. Yes, yes, yes. Servant David is in the house. Welcome, David. How you doing? How are you doing? I saw your topic not too long ago before I came on the live. I saw your topic. That's an interesting topic that we'll talk about some other times. Yeah, I'm not gonna overshadow it by saying it out right here. But guys, David had an interesting topic today on his channel. Yardflex said that's where communication came in. Give me a okay, that was me. All right, Yardflex soon come. Servant David said, yes, I married a Puerto Rican and I've dated a few white girls. A Japanese in high Juka Japan. What's wrong with it, David? David say, I married a Puerto Rican and I've dated a few white girls, Juka Japanese in high school. So yeah, I would marry out. Oh my God, David said Juka Japanese. David, you're not easy, you know. Lawrence, not even black men think that way. And Kenny does say Carla is contradicting in his wording. All right, I think we missed the contradiction, but that passed gone an hour ago. Cracker says your mother must jacket that. No, Crackers, that's why we have to be educated. It's not no jacket. If you with a white woman, if you as a black man is with a white, it's with a white. If you're with a black woman and you end up with a child that is albino, no, it is not. It's a mutation of the genes that causes the kid to come with that complexion without the melanin in his skin. Come on now, we know better than that. I put on a jacket. And you know, two black people can end up with a child that is very, 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 very light. Maybe not an albino, but very, very light. You know, it's the recessive genes that come to the surface at some point. Lawrence said, Trev, that man knows what he wants. Straight chocolate. Yes, Lawrence. Yes, Lorraine, he ain't playing. And the man dead serious. The man says that's what he wants. And you can't blame the man for want what he wants, you know. Can't blame him at all for want what I want. It is what it is. That's what he wants. Alan Chicks a black love. It is what it is. That's what he wants. That's what he does. Kay's Diamond in the house. Welcome, Kay. How you doing? Kenita says, no. Find someone who will love us for who we are. Start explaining our feelings to your white, whatever race men. Well, start explaining your feelings, guys, to your partner, regardless of his race, complexion, or origin, and see where it takes you. See how the two of you can grow into a relationship, how the two of you can love each other. There are lots and lots and lots of white people who are married to black people. Sidney Poitier, one of my favorite actors, he's married to a white woman. There's Serena. There's Venus is with a white man too. There's so many. Tiger Woods was married to a white woman. I don't know who he with now. So many, you know, all those basketball players and stuff. There's very few of them that I see are married to black people, but it's their choice. Who am I to tell the people who to marry? You know, some of them look grimy. I would marry them. The only reason is because they have some dough. But some of them look grimy either way. I wouldn't marry them. Yeah, the truth is the truth. So they can go. They can go. And women need to stop looking for men to say, oh, I want him because he got some money. Somebody is you talking about these basketball players and they're marrying white people. Let them go and marry to white people. I mean, like, what's the big deal? What is the big deal? I was watching one thing on YouTube sometime last week, and there was this guy who was he was a basketball player, and he you know, basketball or football, some sports. He was from one African country, and he had risen, you know, to pure infamy. He was, you know, he was one of the best, and he had moved to England and one of those teams bought him and he played and he won. He got a lot of money. And I think he married to an Australian woman, a white woman, went to Australia and she ended up, he said he trusted her so much. He allowed her to handle all the finances. All she was doing was just siphoning off the money for herself and her family. And when he realized that he was stone broke, it was when she wanted a divorce. She had drained him. And then he put his tail between his legs and dragged himself back to Africa and got married a woman he left to go be with the white woman. And then she accepted that proposal. I marry him now in broke. We don't have to time it down. That wouldn't happen. Yeah, so now that he's broke, he was dating her, and then when he started making a little bit of dough, you know, he chose to go marry the white woman. And then when the white woman cleaned him out, he went back to Africa and the young woman took him back. You know, to each his own. To each his own. That's all I can say. To each his own. To each his own. To each his own. The lovely Kate Diamond Body is in the house. Guys, you know, notice I'm not rail up to them. I can't rail up to them and come my head kill me. I can't rail up to them. My head hurt me. And I know that is because of lack of sleep. But yeah, that's because of lack of sleep. I can't go another hour. But Kay's Diamond Body is in the house. She says, I don't think anything wrong with marrying someone outside my race. I love to explore and learn about other cultures. Yes, I agree. I don't think there is anything wrong with it. And as Kenida said earlier, us black women, they want to give us them broken self, but they want to give other races their good, pristine self, which is not fair. So we need to start looking outside of our race. We need to start looking at different races to look where we can find love, where there is love and compassion and somebody with a good heart and somebody's going to love us for who we are, rather than, you know, being closed-minded and saying, oh, I just want a black man. And then we end up getting a black man who has spent years in jail, a black man who don't know where he's going in life, a black man who can't find two pennies to rub together, a black man who has emotional issues, he's angry at his failures, he's angry at society, he take out his anger on you, you come up with a black eye every day. No, thank you. No, thank you. Try to get something for yourself. Try to get something for yourself rather than waiting for a man. You understand? Because a lot of black women wouldn't look at some of these rich people. If they were poor, a lot of these rich men I'm talking about, a lot of black women wouldn't look upon them, wouldn't give them the time of day. So sometimes me wonder if a revenge, if they must say, you know, when I was younger, black woman wouldn't date me, wouldn't give me the time of day. I know that me have money, me not look upon them. I don't know. Honestly speaking, it could be anything. And I don't know. But I just chalk it down to say people like who they like, people want to do who they want to do, what they want to do. But I can't tell people what to do. Doxy Bernard, how are you? How are you, my love? So good to see you again. How are you doing? Doxy says, that's all remnants of slavery. The many different mothers. It's the plantation mentality. You know, say true though, Doxy. Yes, because the man them just, I mean, that is true. That is true, because even on the plantations, as I have read, the men would have children in different houses, you know, and it seemed like it was normal. And we find that we are the recipients of a lot of this mentality that's coming down. But we can't blame it. We can't blame what happened for 400 years on today, on what's happening now. We have to make the change if we want to change. We have to make the change. Me not tell no lie. Me can't stand the foolishness. Me love run. Me can't stand the foolishness. And there are too much nonsense out there. And the men are just not ready for the challenges of life, the challenges of family, the challenges of, you have to stick to it. I have to stick to it with this woman and raise our children. You understand? No, as soon as some of them get up and them gone. And you hear say them flash their tail over there, son, there's another baby mother over there, so there's another baby mother. And then you leave me now. You leave me now, wanting to take care of myself. So now, you don't give me 3 pitney. You over there, so flash your tail. And me not put up with it. And I don't want to stay in this situation where I'm being emotionally abused. I have the children to raise. I have myself to worry about. Now here you are giving me all this grief, all this stress. And I want to preserve myself and preserve my sanity. So me run gone with my 3 children. So when me run gone with my 3 children now, see me here now, a single mother with these children to raise, then I need to find a partner. I need a partner maybe because I need somebody to help me with the finances. Or maybe just because I am human. I need to share myself, my emotions with another human being. And so I'm looking for somebody. So now here I go finding somebody, and there is a stepfather for my children. Now you also the continuous cycle that causes lots of the social problems that we have. Yeah. We create those problems. And if those problems are to be solved, we have to solve them. And it's not going to be solved with us alienating another race and saying, I'm not going to marry outside my race. Sometimes you never know your soulmate. When my first caller, your soulmate might be in Tokyo right now. You never know where your soulmate might be. Your soulmate might be in Cambodia right now. Your soulmate might be out there in Louisiana. Somewhere up in New Hampshire. Somewhere in deep country of Idaho, Ohio, somewhere in those, in mid-America. Wherever you are, your soulmate might be countries and oceans away. You never know. You never know. So explore. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to explore. You'd be surprised to know that you might just find your soulmate in another race. Let me get back into the chat because the chat run will go and leave me. Yard Food says, oh my God! Jesus, my head is hurting me! What? Oh my God! Oh my God, guys! I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I have to run over everybody else. I just saw my baby in the chat. Oh my God. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna run over the rest of you just for a little bit. Baby, how are you doing? How are you doing, my love? Oh my gosh. Guys, that is my baby. That is my baby right there. Oh my God. Me cut the apron string. Me try. Me can't cut the apron string. Jesus, help my soul. You gotta call me, son. You gotta call me. Jeez. But thank you for coming into the chat. I mean, you made me get so excited. Me head hurt me worse. But I will take this headache. Just for seeing you, I will take this headache. Oh my gosh, guys. That's my baby right there. Yes, one of the loves of my life. Oh my God. I mean, I don't even know where to go back because me scream and my head start hurt me a little bit more. Watch your Yard Food. Tell me if you get up and go look, maybe a squirrel inside of my house. Yard Food, a squirrel behind the fridge. Yard Food, no squirrel can't come in at the house. Where would I walk from coming at the house? And I have never seen a squirrel up here. It better not be. It better not be. And me, I help you open the door. And I like open the door and feel the cool breeze come in. Only because when I open the door, it fly them come in and like the big yellow jacket them come in at the house and all kinds of little creatures flying. So that's why oh my God, I'm so excited, me have to cry. Oh my God. Okay, Maxine has a great point. Maxine says we are all blaming each other. Yes. A lot of people feel comfortable blaming. But we have to move away from the blame game, take responsibility, and do what we must do. Shane is in the house, guys. That top cup Shane there rolling up in the house. Hold on, guys, behave on yourself, because if you don't misbehave, Shane a ramp for draping up. Right, Shane? Shane a draping up and beating with the YouTube button. All right, welcome, Shane. What's up? Shane, I'm not see you eat the ice cream with Angie yet. Mena, how are you, Mena? How are you, my lovely Mena? How you doing? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, guys. Trev, you're doing the brothers bad. They have the same issues in other. Oh, Daxi said, me and do the brothers bad. They have the same issues in other races. No, I'm not saying that is not true, you know, Daxi. It is true. Every race have their own issues. Every race have their issues, you know. But it's true. It's true. I have had several relationships in my lifetime. And I have found that my brothers, if I had met a brother who had treated me well enough to want to marry and settle down and, you know, all of those things, then I'd probably be with that brother today. But it not happened. It never happened. People still want to cheat. People want to do what they want to do. You can't say anything. You try to say anything, you the bad guy. You know, it's like sit down and take it and shut up. And you all see how I come here and talk like me swallow radio. Me not take it and sit down and shut up. Yeah. That is just for a while. But after that while has passed, no. Me not taking it and shut up. Me gone. Because as I've always said, there are 7 billion people in the world. There's absolutely no reason for me to sit down with one brother to drive me crazy. No. We should be building each other up. We should be helping each other to do better. We shouldn't be contributing to the downfall of each other. That's not what we should be doing. And furthermore, when we're in a relationship, when you're in a relationship with somebody, a romantic relationship, it's supposed to be about building each other. It's supposed to be me putting in your can and you putting in mine. It can't be me putting in your can, putting in your can, putting in your can. You ain't put nothing in mine. Pretty soon I am drained and dry. The well runs dry. How is the relationship going to be sustained when my well is dry and I am angry? And you are doing other things to make me angry, and you are not contributing positively to the relationship. How? And who is going to sit down and take that? And for how long? I'm not going to sit down and take that for longer than is humanly possible. No, I'm not doing it. But I don't really do me, I do them bad, you know, Daxi, but the truth. And the truth, and you'd be surprised to see how they treat a woman of another race. They treat her so much better than they do a sister. And that is true. That is true. They will be with another woman, a woman of another race, for years and can't have kids. And it's not a big deal. And they be with a sister and she can't have kids. And it's a big deal. It's cause for divorce. It's called for World War III. It's cause for, you know, it's just chaos. It's as though men expect us black women to be able to handle everything. Like we are supposed to be tougher and we are supposed to handle everything. No. We are humans too. And a lot of them coming to the table expecting more than they are bringing. And that is true. And Oxy, you know some lie. You know it's the truth. And it's up to us to reject them if they're not coming with what they are supposed to come with. And as mothers, we have a responsibility as well as to how we raise our boys. How we raise our children generally, but how we raise our boys. And a lot of people say a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man. And that has some truth to it. A woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man. That's true. But the fathers are missing. Them they are prison. Them they are jail. They run gone with another fractal. They are not in the household to see and oversee the upbringing of their children day by day. They see them one weekend. They see them another weekend. Guys, it's not enough for raise with children. You know, listen to me. It's not enough. It's not enough. I raised my children almost my whole life single. Black men need to face Piper when it comes to them. It's true. That is the truth, Kenita. Why we go sit on one side and be quiet? Go be quiet. Kenita said black men doesn't know how to treat their women and family. And let me tell you something. It is a cultural thing. It's how they were socialized. So what we have to do is to change it. Because if we are socializing our boys a certain way, that's the way they are going to grow up. And that is the way they are going to enter into relationships. And if that is not the way that you would want a man to go into a relationship, then don't raise them that way. Because, you know, nowadays the boy, them, not angling things, The boys around the house need to learn. They need a man around the house to show them how to put on a door, how to put on a lock, how to change a water heater, how to change a tire, how to do all these things. And because most of the boys are growing up with single mothers, they're not learning these things. Them whiny and wishy-washy. Are the truth. And then when they come up, and if they are successful, the women end up being, they see the women as too strong, the black women as too strong. Like she gonna act like she my mother. No, she not act like she your mother. She not act like she your mother, but she has been forced to grow. She has been forced to be strong. She has been forced to walk around the yard with the machete and chop down the weed them. She has been forced, if she wants to snake out the door, she has been forced to be the one to catch the machete and chop it. She has been forced to change her own tire because there's no man around. She has been forced to learn how to change the water heater. I tell people all the time that I do almost everything around my house. People say, oh, me, I'm not do it. And you have to understand, for me, that's a generational legacy. Because my maternal grandmother was never married. My maternal grandmother did everything by herself. She had a toothache, she would take it out by herself, take out the tooth to the pliers by herself. She go to her farm, she farm her food, put them in her crocker's bag, put them on her head, and go sell them. She didn't depend on no man. And she lived like that until she died. My mother, the same way. I grew up with my mother and my aunt. I told you my dad was killed when I was 8 years old. My mom and my aunt raised me. And I've always seen my mom and my aunt. Always got them who around the house. Always have them machete. Always have them shovel, them pickaxe. If there's a hole to be dug round back, my mother and my auntie grab that pickaxe and go dig the hole. Yes. If it's a tree to be chopped down, then get them machete and chop it down. So that's how I was raised. So that is how I have come to realize that, well, me not have to sit down and depend on a man. No, it would be nice. Like the other night, Jewel, where Jewel there? Jewel, how you doing, sugar? It would be nice, like Jewel said, me not paint no house. I mean, not change no tire. Well, me not change tire. You know, that's why I make sure I say my insurance is as such. If I should get a puncture tire on the road, I just need to make one phone call. As long as my phone is dead, me all right. I make one phone call, they come, they change the tire, they move the car, they do whatever. Because I don't have a man to say, okay, I'm going to call John to say, John, my tire, make my puncture, me up on the highway, come drive, come change the tire for me. I don't have that luxury. So I have to find the next best thing. And I am not going to say, okay, I must have a man because I must have a man because me need somebody to change my tire, me need somebody to paint the house, me need somebody. No. No. But the question remains, would I date outside my race? I tried it. I mean, would I marry outside my race? I wouldn't marry, period. Again, not at all. Not at all. So that's the answer to that. Let me see what Topaz said. My doctor, who is very Afrocentric, had to marry outside of her race because she said that the black man did not want to marry her. Yeah, black man and want to come baby mama you up. Yeah, that is true. You will date somebody outside of your race and they will quickly ask you to marry them. I have heard people say that. They will quickly ask you to marry them. And the black man want to come baby mama you up and then go about in business and leave you to raise children and leave you to want love, to find love. And now you have all these challenges. What kind of man am I going to bring in? My children are here. How am I going to do this? Yes, they leave you with the challenges and then they're gone about the business. And the next thing you know, they have another baby down the road, another baby down the road, and another baby down the road. You know? Sometimes it is heartbreaking. God no. That's the same. I beat up a man them bad. Oh my God, Kenita said, "In not letting go after you, Trev. Lord have mercy." No, he not. Watch your Silver say, my soulmate is a black woman. You find him yet? You find her yet, Silver? Lord Jesus, Lorraine said, I'm frightened now. She think I miss a right propose. Lord have mercy. Lorraine said she think I miss a right propose. I miss a right there, Lorraine. You know, let me drink my little tea here. This is my little pear seed tea. Let me drink my little pear seed tea. Because here what Lorraine say, she think I miss a right propose. Propose to me. Topaz said the self-hate is real. Why the self-hate, Topaz? The self-hate, like if they want to go married to outside of their race, that's the self-hate. Mena says some of them don't take care of their children, but take up another woman and take care of the woman and her. You know, say true though. That is true. That is true, Mena. A lot of times they leave you to struggle with the children. They leave you to struggle with the children. You understand me? And when them go take up another woman, she have children. You understand? She have children and they will take care of the children. Because you have to understand the guys, and everybody come for you, you know. That may tell you something to understand. Everybody is not for you. Everybody is not your cup of tea. Everybody is not for you. So even though you're there with one man, you like him, you think him like you, he may just not be the one. He might end up have a baby or two. He might just not be the one. When you find out I'm not the one, you just go about your business and find somebody else. Yeah. Find somebody else. Mena says some of them don't, okay, their children. Topaz said the mothers raise the boys to be husbands that they would not marry. There you go, Topaz. The mothers, let me put this up there. So Topaz says the mothers raise the boys to be husbands that they would not marry. Them can do better sometimes because they do the best with what they have. You get what I mean? They do the best with what they have. And if mommy is there, you know, if it's mommy alone and mommy have to work and, you know, mommy have to, children have to be home by themselves sometimes and mommy can't, you know, it's her alone. You understand? If God didn't want you to be alone, he would have made us to be able to have our children, make us like amoebas, so we could have our children without the men. It was not intended for us to be by ourselves raising children. And our men have to do better with sticking to their children, making sure that they are there to raise their children, because a lot of children are suffering from the absence of a parent, especially a father figure. The fathers are missing. Too many of them are missing from the household. Too many of them are missing from the household. Silver said it's the system. It's about time we stop blaming the system. There are so many opportunities out there. We're not going so long and blame the system. You can marry whoever you want to marry. Anybody wants to marry whoever they want to marry. It's gone are the days when you could be jailed for marrying outside your race. Gone are those days. You know, gone are those days. Let me see what Lorraine says. Lorraine says, I teach my son how to be a good man. Yeah, I know a lot of us women, I think I have tried to teach my boys how to be good men, you know, and I just hope that whoever daughter chooses to be with any of my sons, that my sons, you know, act right. I hope they act right and treat the woman's daughter with love and respect. I hope so. You know, when either of them find themselves somebody. You know, Yard Food says she gone. All right, Yard Food, strength through, my friend, strength through. Tara, watch out. Tara come in with a big BC right there. So Tara say I live with my mom and aunt also. So we have something in common, Tara. And that may I tell you, we have something in common. Yes, and my mother, my auntie raised me. Silver say, yeah, find her. Yeah, Silver saying find in soulmate. Tell us about it. Tell us about it, Silver. Tell us about it. Oh my God. Lorraine said, Trev, if you're not part plastic, the man them don't want you. They want you to have fake breasts, fake eyebrow, fake lips, fake derriere, fake everything. Well, there are some men out there who really don't care. We just have to be willing. Like somebody said earlier in the chat, we have to be willing to step out of our comfort zone. If you want to find you somebody to love, somebody who is going to love you unconditionally, somebody with whom you can build a life, have a great life, have a great family life, you have to be willing to look outside of what you have. A lot of people are only looking right around them. And they live in this little cocoon. They live in this little cocoon where everybody is like the person they don't want. Yes, because all the boys around here are like, all the men around here are like the men I don't want. But instead of moving and going further, widen my horizon to go see where I can possibly find a man that suits the criteria that I am setting for myself, for the man that I want. We sit down in the little cocoon and we look here, so is a bug. We look there, says another bug. We look there, says another bug. We look there, says another bug. The only difference is one that's a mosquito, that's a grasshopper, that's a praying mantis. You see what I mean? But you are still sitting in the same spot and it's the same bugs flying around you. It is your responsibility to get up. It's your responsibility, guys. Nobody else's responsibility but yours to get up. Get up. and go find, widen your horizons, look out. You'd be surprised to know that you might end up finding your soulmate in unexpected places. What? Don't worry, me now worry about them on plastic, because me not do nothing plastic. Topaz says, since I left Jamaica, I've only met 3 people that were born and raised in wedlock in North America. Not hear that Topaz says, since she left Jamaica, 3 people she know that were born and raised in wedlock. You understand? Me never. Let me see. Yeah. Have they done black men? I mean, I've ever born and raised in a wedlock. I mean, the examples that are out there are not the best. I mean, it is sad. I mean, we have to do better as a generation. I mean, my faults where I fell short, I am hoping that my children do not. And that is why I encourage my children, not make the mistake that mommy make. I mean, you cannot predict what life is going to hold, but at the same time, I don't want to have all the stress like what me have. I don't want to have all of them stress there. So I don't want to feel like, get pregnant early, having to struggle, having to work and send myself to school. And that's why I work so hard, because I have to make sure that my children don't have to go work and send themselves to school, because it's too stressful. And I wanted them to be able to maximize their potentials. Maxine, gone to your bed. Good night, sugar. No, by the time now it's 8 o'clock here, so it's Maxine's bedtime over there in Europe. Yeah, me there to me tired like how me eye them a shut down. My eye them a shut down because me exhausted. But anyway, Topaz says, if you are over 25, ladies, you will need to open a date. Oh, you need to be open to date the person that can be a good husband and father. That is true. You have to date somebody who want the same thing that you want, and somebody who, based on your assessment, might be a good father to your children, a good husband to you. You may not be lucky. They might want it today and want it again tomorrow. Blessings, Max. I will see you again tomorrow, honey. See you again tomorrow. Kenita says, the worst thing we settle for, whatever the men them come with. That is true. Sometimes we need to run them. Sometimes we need to run them. They come with several baby mamas and whatever, and we want to settle for it, even though we see the problems before the problems come. We see like what is going to happen now. If this man works, his money is going to have to be shared. He has 2 other children down the road by 2 women, so his money is going to have to be shared down there. His money is going to have to be shared, so little bit I go left for me and my kids. And we still settle for it, and then we cry and complain. Why cry and complain if you take your 2 wide eye them and go to the problem? Why? Why cry? Why complain when you take your 2 eye them and you saw the problem, and instead of taking the next route, you continued with the problem, and then you are going to say, oh, the problem is, and you try to start blaming rather than taking responsibility for what you did or what you did not do. Because the best time to leave somebody is when you just meet them now. I have learned that, and I practice it. The best time to leave them is when you just meet them. Because if you wait until then sink teeth and sink anchor, it's going to be harder. So if there are things that you don't like, things that you know about them that is irritating your spirit, why sit there? It's just torture for you and torture for the other person. And it's not fair. Not fair. Lorraine says, well, I go for a Spanish or Japanese or white. Lorraine, you know, so me that plant one garden. I plant one garden for me and you. You know what that mean? Do I have to walk with your own cucumber? Anywho, Negrita is in the house. Lorraine, make a plant one cucumber garden for you. Negrita says, I'm late. How is everyone? I was born and raised in wedlock. My mom gave birth 4 years after marriage. All right. You see, Negrita was born and raised in wedlock. Wonderful, fantastic. Not many of us have that luxury. Not many of us have that luxury. Yeah, my parents were not married. My daddy was a Rolling Stone. Yes, my daddy was a Rolling Stone. Had us here, there, and everywhere. You know, but he and my mom weren't married, and my daddy was dead by the time when I was 8 years old. A week after I turned 8, 2 weeks after I turned 8, my daddy was dead. So I don't know what it's like to even, when I even say the word daddy, it sounds strange because it's been over 40 years since I've said daddy to anybody. So it's kind of strange. It is what it is, you know. Kenita says that's the only thing we can do for Trev. What? What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? Lorraine. All right. You see, Topaz. Let me put up this. Let me put up that comment. Topaz says, poverty life is not nice, ladies, especially when you have kids. And that is the truth. Poverty, where poverty I go, where broke life I go. We don't know, no, sir. Me don't know how people are sign up for them something here. We can't do it. There are schools. Pick your choice. Pick something that you like. Go to school for it. Try getting you a job. Working. Taking care of yourself. Having your own responsibilities to take care of. When you see a man come and the man not have nothing, you not beg, no please, no do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Lord, I did it once, and every day I ask God to forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. He said, my child, there is nothing to forgive you for. You didn't do anything wrong. I led you into that situation so that I could prove to you who I am. Okay? But I am saying to you guys, when you see the man broke, the man have nothing. The woman broke, the woman have nothing. The woman can't help you. The woman can't find nothing to help you with. And you are go enter the relationship. Why? Because as Lorraine said, you see something plastic where you like. And then when the relationship not working, you wonder why. You didn't look at it from the beginning and say never look like it's gonna work. Yeah, you have to look at it and say to yourself, how will the existence of this person's situation affect my life, long term, short term? How? Because and everybody will come in your life, come to stay, you know. And people like to go into relationships and hang on to people. Why the phone alarm and I say 5? Saying it's 5:50. What time of night now? 8:20. So the phone alarm and I say, guys, the phone are not easy now. Watch out. This phone is not easy. The phone alarm and say 5:50. Ain't that something? Anyway. Anyway, Kenita says, big belly, high blood pressure, prostate problem, no problem. Have nothing to live for. We still say, come on, baby, because we think we can we are not going to find anybody anymore. That is true. And we take up all that is so true, Kenida. I agree with you. That is so true. And we shut down our options. We shut down our options because our options are out there. But we close ourselves off and say, all right, and this is when you come. Lord, me just stick to the evil when me know ya, man. And this is when you come, so me can't bother. You need for bother. You need for bother and stop a second for broke life. Stop from settling for it. And you settle for the problems, and then when the problems come and start facing you, then you worry about, then you start crying. You start crying that there's this problem and there's of course, yes, you're gonna have a problem. The problems were there. They were there before. You see them. And you still walk going at it. Yeah, man, me think me can't deal with it. Because guess what? When him work $1,000, him give this a baby mother 200, him give this a baby mother 200, and him have $600 left. So yeah, man, we work it out. It is for you. It's for you to determine what you can deal with and what you cannot deal with. But you know, not second for broke life and then come crying. Because a lot of times when we get into relationships, we see what's going to happen. We see the person's motivation, what they come to the table with. And a lot of times we just ignore it. Ignore it. And you ignore the problem, and the problem is still there, and you keep on ignoring the problem, and you go settle for the problem, and then you have the problem, and then it becomes society's problem. Lorraine said, I just see 2 big caterpillar on my tomato. I'm so afraid. I put burnt ashes on them. And the caterpillar them on the tomato. That's why I'm gonna plant tomato again, you know. No, sir, because anytime I plant tomato, the snake them come and I can't deal with them. The snake them come and eat off the caterpillar them because the caterpillar them come for the tomato. You know, caterpillar love tomato leaf and tomato stem. Leave it up to them eat off everything. And the only where I would get ashes is if I burn the coal in the grill. Then I would get ashes. Negrita says, none of us followed our parents' footsteps. We are children out of wedlock. By the way, I won't marry out of my... Okay, Negrita says she would marry outside of her race. All right. That's Negrita's opinion, says she would marry outside her race. And lots of people here have had that opinion. Hold on, guys. Let me see if this is somebody else calling. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, caller. How are you doing? You want to give us your opinion on the topic? Would you marry outside your race? Would you marry outside your race, caller? Oh, I think he got disconnected. It's saying, yes. Would you marry outside your race? What's it saying? Connecting again. All right. That one going to have to call me back because he keeps saying reconnecting. I don't know what happened to that call. You call back. All right. Let me see. Topaz bless up herself. Kenny says, Trev, I want him have 6-pack. Oh, Lord Jesus. You know, Kenny. Kenny says, I want him have 6-pack. No blood pressure. Something working like no tomorrow. Can't handle out of shape, men. Set your standards high. You know hear Kenida? You know hear Kenida, guys? Look in the chat and look at what Kenida says. She wants him to have 6-pack. 6-pack of what, beer? 6-pack of beer? No BP. No blood pressure problem, she mean. And that's something working like no tomorrow. She can't handle out of shape, men. You need to set your standards high. All right, that is Kenita's standards, guys. So anybody in the chat, where yard flex? The yard flex? You hear what Kenita says she wants? You fit the bill? You fit the bill? Lorraine said, I left all the leaves and branches. I'm looking for a root, nothing else. All right, there you go. Job and life insurance are must. Yes, man, the man must have a job. They must have a profession. They must have something. They are coming into relationships with nothing. I mean, I don't think no black woman must sign up for the broke life. I mean, also enough people are gonna say, you can, love, but love can't eat. Love can't eat. Love can't go to supermarket. Love is the abstract that serves as the cohesive factor in a relationship. But love can't pay your mortgage. So even you're going to say, oh, but me love him, yes, you have a strong affection for him. But that can't pay your mortgage. So you're going to continue to love him and sleep under the bridge? You're going to continue to love him and dead for hungry? You're going to continue to love him and then you have to pick them coming up poverty and hungry, and you can't send them to school, or you can't feed them, and you can't give them a good life, and life just dreary, and everybody angry, and everybody upset at each other, and life just become miserable. They don't say life miserable. I don't make no life miserable because of the choices you make. Yeah, I don't make yourself miserable. Topaz says she's right. Good body and cucumber action. That Topaz they see. Topaz say good body and cucumber action are a must as well. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Hello? All right. That one is gone again. I don't know what happened to the phone. The phone not taking any calls. All right. Not taking any calls. So, all right. You're not answering. So let's move right along. All right. Topaz says she is right. Good body and cucumber action are a must as well. Kenida said, oh, Trev, need to be landed in the country I'm in. Oh, if you come in a your country, what up there? What is there awaiting me? What is there awaiting me? People up there eat love, people up there use love for your mortgage. Oh my gosh. No, sir. We can't deal with it. Cannot deal with it. You're hungry and you're hungry, people need to go to school, you need food, mortgage to pay, your bills to pay, and you can't. The two of you cannot find $2 to rub together. The two of you broke, me broke, you broke. Two of you look at each other like Epta Gibson. I walk with one and behind you, one in front of you. Minister people are gonna be rotten rich, and have $1 million yachts and all these things, That's not what I am saying. But what I am saying is you cannot opt for nothing. Yeah, you cannot opt for nothing. That shouldn't be an option. You understand? No settle for nothing. Do not do it. There's no reason for you to settle for nothing when there is so much out there that you can get, so much out there that you can accomplish. Guys, when you see me there here, I can't hardly keep up. Sleep walk through all both of my body. Yeah, my God. Kenida says, you can play with these rundown men. Says true, Kenida. Yes. A lot of them are, and no, you can't play with them. You can't do it. You can't play with them at all. Topaz said, when I was in university, I heard they used to call my friend and I gold diggers. No, I did not date people on campus because I was focused on getting great marks. Yeah, I can't date people on campus. The people on campus broke most of the time. They might look some help themselves. Servant, you back? How you doing? Servant said, I'm back. I had to go to a funeral. My phone died. Oh, condolences. Look like everybody at funeral today because Teresa gone a funeral. Everybody else have a funeral. Okay. I condolences to you and the family of whoever it is that died. May I drink me like a pear tea while I talk to you. Cool now. We turn pear seed juice, you know. I'm an aloe vera. See? My aloe vera. This one has strawberry in it. Yeah, me like it. This is the Ibera brand. You all drink your aloe vera? Great colon cleanse. So my mama say. And I only do what my mama say. Yes, guys. So let's continue the conversation. The conversation is going to be ending in the next say 18 minutes or so. Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Servant says you drink those every day. Yeah, I love it. I bought them I bought these at Walmart. They were like 99 cents, I believe, was for one. Yes, I love them. And I have aloe vera out on my porch, so I just scoop out the gel and blend it up, you know, with whatever fruit I'm going to use to make a smoothie in the morning. I just blend it up, put it in a bottle, and have it to sip on. Have it to sip on for the rest of the day. Yeah, but it's very good. It's not sweet. They say no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, naturally flavored with pure aloe pulp. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. And they say it has 15% juice. 15% juice. All right, Topaz's response continues. I was waiting for that, Topaz. She said she was in college. She was focused on getting great marks. I had my standards. I was not going to let them turn me in a man clown. They said these things because they can't meet my standards, and I am very independent. All right. Negrita says, I will marry a guy who loves and respects me. He should be honest and ready for teamwork. All right. It don't matter. It doesn't matter which race he is, Negrita. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. Me know I'm not married. But you know, I've dated men, my men. I'm still single. 5 kids. I'm in a 50 yet. But I'm alive. I love it. It is what it is. It is how it is. This is how it works out. And I see my day I fall asleep. I'm so exhausted. David said, "Oh no, I get a joke. Is my phone did die? You sure I did your phone?" Oh my gosh. You sure I said was your phone? All right, Kenida. Kenida, I appreciate your contribution to the conversation, my dear. I absolutely love it. I love your contribution, and I hope when I come again with another topic, we can have another healthy conversation. I really do love your opinion on this topic. And I am going to look forward to seeing you on the next live when we do another live. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be yet, but But when we do another one, we will find a topic. There's so much going on in life and so many social issues out there that we will always be able to find topics to talk about over here in this house. I hope you have a great day, my friend. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the evening. It's what, already 8 o'clock? I hope you have a great evening, my love. Love and respect. I will see you some other time. Negreta said, I already clarified the race. All right. So Negreta say she not marry outside her race. She just wants somebody to love her and respect her. Simple as that. And that is something that everybody is looking for. We're looking for somebody who's going to love us, somebody's going to respect us, somebody's going to treat us nice, treat us well, have the same goals, somebody who is not just in it just to get, but somebody who is in it to share. So they're going to be giving and getting, but not just somebody who's coming in just to take. Because we find that there are lots of people these days out there who are coming into a relationship just to see what they can get. They see you with a job, you have a job, you look like you have yourself together. They come, they start pretending as though they have themselves together. And the next thing you know, that wasn't their true intention. They are just coming to come cause you all kinds of grief. Yes, they come to get what they want and then they leave and they're gone. All right, Topaz says, my friend and I were very fashionable on campus, and I was living like a struggling student. Yes, Topaz, that's all you have to show up. Show up and show out. Yes. Show up and show off. Show off. Oh, show out. You see me start talk foolishness coming either as well. Servant says, my first wife was Puerto Rican. All right. Laugh out loud. Seriously, David, can either get it? And Servant David said, yes, my phone dead. I've been with a Japanese before. All right. That is David. Topaz says, these men don't know that I was working 2 jobs while being a full-time student. I was my own man and I treated myself well. What shall I want me think the Topaz I did one woman? What was your woman or a man? What kind of question is this? These men don't know that I was working 2 jobs while being a full-time student. I was my own man and I treated myself well. You know that this treat yourself well. I have come to understand the importance of treating myself well, because me always would give you you need this block of sugar, and I would give you the block of sugar, and then next week me say, you know something, me not have to worry about the sugar, yeah, man. Me I go just drink my tea black. That used to be me. I mean, no, some well, you want the sugar now, I'm gonna give it to you. I say, oh, you need it more than me. I've learned to stop doing that. Me not take Jesus' job. No, me not do it. Me not do it. Me stop it. Me stop it. Only person I'm doing that for is my 8 children. Yes, because the 5 on my birth and my 3 grandchildren. That's my 8 children. Yeah. But me not do it. Me not do it. Because there's something called self-preservation. And we need to engage in it. So right now, I don't know if I practice self-preservation when me there work out my soul case and left work 10 o'clock in the morning. And me come home and say Monday, after the weekend, after you work the whole weekend, me have things to do, fix up the house, me have to do this, me have to do that. And me not sleep like 1 hour and a half, if that much. Me get a little shut eye. Me say, all right, me come on the live, because I know some friend them out there. My friend them out there are going to look for see me, make we have a little chat. Me not think me did do no live yesterday morning. Me not think so. Me did do live yesterday morning. Me not think so, because me probably did too tired. Me did do live yesterday morning. Me not even remember. But this morning, me never do no live. Me never reach home till like 11 o'clock. After 11, I reach home at almost 12 o'clock. Let me make sure so me see what time I reach home this morning. I can look on this and tell. That's a good thing about technology, guys. See? I can look at my phone. And tell what time I got home this morning. Let me see it. Because I normally left work very late this morning. Very late. All right. Let me tell you what time I reach home this morning. Today I reach home. Let me see. Today I reach home. Oh my gosh. Why my phone not show me? Why my phone not show me when I reach home, guys? All right. See that so? See that so? Me reach home this morning 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, 10:59 to be exact. Me reach home this morning. Tired. So tired. I'm go sleep and wake up and me not even sleep long. Because daytime sleep is not sleep, Not good sleep at all. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. So David saying being with white women. Okay. But David, you would have married you have already stated your claim that you had married outside already, Kenida said, this is good for us Black people to talk and express our differences. Conversation was great. Thank you so much, Kenida. Thank you so much. Yes, man, we have to talk. That's the only way to get things, to get it out. We have to talk. Mena says, with my experience of men my own race, I would date outside my race for the experience of something new. But if I was to remarry, definitely my race. I love Black men. All right. There, Mena say it. Yes, Mena said it. She love Kenny. That's I'm go on my bed because I look tired. I true, Kenny, that me tired, man. Me tired for true. God know me tired. Me tired. Very tired. That is the truth. Topa say I was a single female on campus and I was not waiting for the men to bring flowers, plan dates, etc. I did it for myself. I took myself on date, restaurant, museum, and such. You see what I mean? Yes, that's what you have to do for yourself. You cannot sit on the pen pan man to do everything, to do anything for you. Do what you got to do for yourself. That's why I say put yourself in a position to be able to care for yourself. Put yourself in a position to be able to care for yourself. Kenida says they will suck the living daylight out of you if you don't care for yourself. Run them out. I agree, Kenida. I agree with that 100%. You cannot allow people to suck the daylights out of you. They will. If you allow them to, they will. So it's up to you not to allow them to suck the daylights out of you. Topaz say, Mena, I love the Black men when I was younger, but I did not get the love back. Topaz, say you're not wrong. It's the same thing with me. I have, I'm not find nobody yet that would make me wanna say, yeah. Whoa, yeah. But number one. No, I'm not there yet. May not get there because so the older you get, and I mean, the more life experience you have, it's going to be more difficult as you get older to find you somebody to share with. And then if you get older, if you go find somebody, you have to go learn to love, learn to know. It's harder than if you have found somebody who you already know. somebody. I'm afraid of strange people. I'm afraid of strangers. Yes, I am afraid of strangers. So we just have to determine what is best for us. But guys, we are coming down to the end of the conversation. It was a fantastic conversation. A great conversation. I want to say thanks to all the people who called in. Later, everyone, I have to make a call before that. Yes, Negrita. Hurry up, go make your call before Unstoppable start. You have 14 minutes. So hurry up. It was a pleasure having you here, Negrita. Thank you so much for your contribution in the chat. Thank you so much for having spent some time over here with me. Topaz, Kenida, Mena, all the lovely people, Lorraine. Yard Food was in the house. Who else was here? Servant David. Servant David, too, guys, always have some great, interesting topics over on his channel. Check him out. Topaz, Kenida, Lorraine, everybody else who was in the place. I want to say thank you all. Why the computer keep on a freeze? I want to say thank you all for coming. Thank you all for having spent some time with us over here on Treverson's Unstoppable. The lovely Maxine Gordon was in the house. You know, Maxine went to bed because we're in a different time zone. Teroff, you're still in the house. How are you doing? We know Yard Foods went to bed. We know Silver is probably still here. Crackers was here as well. So too was Thunder was here. I thought I saw Thunder. My baby was here. And also Doxy was here. Doxy me beat up a man them. Shane was here. The lovely Shane was here. And Case Diamond Body. Love Case Diamond Body, guys. Check out Case Diamond Body. Case is not just our body diamond. Diamond all over. Crackers. And let me see who else. There were several other people. Yardflex was in the house, guys. If you are leaving the house right now, guys, if you have not yet hit the like button, please do not forget to do so. Hit that like button on your way out. The lovely Island Chick was here. That's my dear friend Chris there. Thank you so much. The fantastic Nisha James from Nisha James TV. Check out Nisha on her little house as well. Check out Nisha in her house. Check out Yard Flex, check out Yard Foods, check out, I think I reached the end. JY, the lovely JY was here, guys. You know, JY have me away. Yes, guys, JY. Yes, man. JY got me back. Yes, so I'm so grateful to have had you all come in here and spend time with me this evening. This conversation was lit. I loved it. I enjoyed the conversation. Everybody who called in gave me their opinions. At the end of the day, though, guys, love is love. Love who you want to love. Let nobody box you in. Let nobody set limits for you to say you can't do this, you can't do this. If you decide that you want to marry somebody outside of your race, it is up to you and not to anybody else. The good thing out of that is to make sure you find somebody that is compatible with you. And the two of you grow together, love together, and build your lives together and have a fantastic life. If you can have a fantastic life with somebody of a different race, go for it. Let no one stop you. Go for it, I say. Take your chances, guys. Take your chances. There are 7 billion people on the earth. And nobody says you have to be with the ones who are in your current circle. So go ahead, guys. Live life. Have fun. Love each other. Take good care of each other. And take good care of yourselves. Until next time, guys, this is Trev from Treversons. And as usual, reminding you all to take good care of yourselves and each other. Have a good night, guys. Peace out. I will see you all again tomorrow. Thank you, Mena. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mena. Have a great night, my dear friend Mena. I have to do watering before I. All right, guys. So later, everybody. Have a good night. My head is still hurting me, but it's the time for it. No rest for the weary. I will talk to you all again tomorrow, guys. So good night, everybody.